Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. I am going to do this painting. So, true story, I just painted the same painting and I had gray instead of silver. And the overall painting feel just was not the same. I didn't get the same cell reaction and it was very interesting. So I'm going to try it again. This is going to be a side design blowout, and I am using turquoise blue as my base again. And this is actually for a company. So I'm gonna try not to blow as much to the center, and I'm gonna try to leave a space here that I can actually put the logo. This is a test run for a 4-foot by 4-foot piece. So I'm just testing out the colors, and I actually had the company's colors and had, exactly what they wanted. We color matched everything, and I had to make a couple colors. But yes, I am very excited about this one. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I'm using sky blue, a kind of cyan and phthalo blue that I mixed together, a yellow green that I mixed, and then silver and white. And as I did the other painting, I just thought, oh my goodness, why is this not coming out like it normally does? And it was because I had no metallic in there. It was all the same colors. But I think I might do a comparison video of two smaller canvases, one with using my mixture of how I get cells and lacing, and then one using all the same brand of paints. And maybe it'll give you a better representation of why maybe your paintings aren't coming out the same as mine. So I'm going to start. Now, one thing I will say, you want a good layer on the canvas, but you want to make sure you blow out the center really well, because if not, when you're blowing inward, it's all gonna pool here. Oop. How did I already get my finger stuck in there? Another tip for this container. So I love these, and it's already started to dry a little bit around the side. Whenever you are putting your lid back on, make sure you scrape the sides, even take a paper towel and wipe it, because the air will dry, like I'll show you, it will dry these little pieces right here, and pieces like that, once they get reactivated and wet, will become little clumps in your paint container. So just a little tip there. Let me go ahead and pop the air bubbles. I just had to mix more of this because I used it all on the other painting, but I'm gonna go ahead and blow out this base. Okay, so now I'm just gonna get my sides, and this is a very opaque color, this turquoise blue by Amsterdam. And so it covers really well, so I didn't have to paint them ahead of time. But if you're using a transparent color, that is when I normally paint my sides. So already this is going better than the last one, because the paints are a little bit more fluid. They are just mixed paint and water. I'm using Amsterdam, and so paint and water works really well. But if you're using some other brands that maybe don't have binders that are as good, you might need to use some type of pouring medium or Floetrol. Just getting out those last little tiny bits that I see. There we go. Those will dry that way, so you need to get them out now if you find them. Some of that is just an actual lump of paint. All right. Smooth that back out. We should be good to go. Okay. So I'm going to start layering. I think I'm gonna do it the same. I'm gonna do dark blue first and then dark blue on top again. And I don't want to do too much here, and I don't want it too close to the center. There we go. Because really this one is gonna blow from the edges inward, like pretty close to the edges. When I'm trying to cover more of the canvas and not leave a lot of negative space, I will tend to go forward and blow out, in, out, in. This one, I'm going to try to keep it along the edges so that the design can go in the center. Now I'm going to come in with this. I'm going to pop the air bubbles here. If you want to pop air bubbles really quick, you just give it a good torch like that. And that should be good. Still got a lot of air bubbles in it, but that's okay. It's just because I mixed it relatively fast. If you're getting a ton of air bubbles in your painting, it could just be that you're mixing in too much water or too much pouring medium at a time. So I like to do about, I don't know, 30 to 50% pouring medium for me. For this is water. And then I will stir that, make it into a slurry, and then stir in a little bit more at a time until I get the consistency. And making that slurry every time really helps the paints not get too thin and really incorporate well and not have lumps. So if you're getting lumps that way as well, it could be because of that. It could be because you're mixing too much liquid in at one time. Now I'm gonna go with this beautiful blue. And again, trying not to do too much, which for me can always be difficult. Okay. Now my dark green, I don't want to add too much of this, so I'm really just gonna kind of dribble this on along, because this is not one of their primary logo colors. Okay, that's plenty. Now I'm gonna come back in. I don't know, should I do my white over my blue? Maybe I'll do, I think I'm gonna do the blue again next. I'll start on this side. Okay, I feel like this side got a little bit cheated. All right. Now I'm gonna do, I should have probably done my white before that. Ooh. How do I always get a big glob right there? Ooh, there's a bug. Oh, I hope that doesn't end up in my painting later. All right. Now I'm gonna come in. I just really want this blue right over top this white. And I know somebody in the comments is inevitably gonna go, Molly, you said you weren't gonna put a lot of paint in there. Now, with my silver, actual silver, instead of gray, and if I think about it, when I show you the results, I'll show you the difference between the silver and the gray. All right, I'm gonna torch this again. What do you say? Let's blow this out. Okay, so there's a lot of paint left that's right here. I might actually just take my finger and then just blow that back out. Already, this has more cellular reactions, and it's just a completely different painting using the silver instead. There are a couple places I'm gonna blow, if I can keep my chest out of it. This is gonna be quite the feat if I can do this on such a large canvas, if they like this design. I am gonna take some pieces, like I always do, and go up through there. Some of them I like to look like petals, some of it I like to look like it's kind of encroaching. This, I kind of like to soften those edges. That is gorgeous. Break that apart right there. You can really play with this and just, like, the sky is the limit on what you can do with this technique. Okay, good. I kind of wanted to merge those. So I think this is enough space. I'm gonna leave that petal. I think this one. And then right here in the center will be the logo. This right here is just kind of like a little bit too far in, but the way to fix that is just to kind of touch your finger in the paint and push it back. I don't like that one little piece right here, so I'm just gonna touch that entire thing of paint. And there was enough on the canvas that I can actually just get rid of that. Swirl that on around, make that the similar color. There we go. This part in here bothered me a little bit where I blew. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that part either. And I don't know if I should just blow it again or... Guess I answered my own question. Okay, I think this is good. I am going to keep fiddling until I ruin it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm done. I'm done. All right. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so here we go. So I did end up fixing that corner. It was just a little too muddy for me, so I did put a little bit of the base color back. Now here is what that beautiful cell reaction looks like. And it's just gorgeous. Trying to go slow. That silver combination is just one of my favorites. It is Amsterdam. No, I'm sorry. It is Creative Inspirations or Soho for the metallic. I use Soho on that one with Winsor and Newton silver. And the combination holds up well to paint and water only and creates these beautiful cells. So there you go. All right, I will show you how this one dries. I am extremely pleased with how this one came out. The colors are very, very pretty. and I showed it to the client already and they love it. They're even wondering if maybe, because this is just a test piece, if there would be more blue in the final piece, but it's got to go to the head of the company first. But yeah, look at that. And the silver. So I'm going to show you the one with gray too. And the one with gray just did not, I mean, look at just, it's just beautiful. Right? The colors are so vibrant. I really like this one. Such a beautiful color palette. So I'm going to show you the gray one. So almost identical. So I can't get them both in there, but almost identical pieces. But look, this one has no shine. It's just gray. So again, gorgeous. I'm going to varnish it and put it up for sale. It just doesn't have kind of the pop that the other one has. You know, when you're looking at that one, you see how much brighter those colors are? So that's why I love using metallics in my work, because otherwise it just comes across just, you know, a little bit more flat. But I love the design, of course. And yeah, now I am going to hopefully paint the symbol in the middle. And yeah, let's see how that turns out. So here it is with the logo, and the company is IThink Financial Group. I think it's IThink Financial Credit Union. I think I butchered that. But here it is. And there is the painted logo. Now, I was trying all kinds of different things to see how I want to do this when I do it for real. And so I cut out the logo. I was trying carbon paper versus just like using a pencil or maybe like a charcoal, something that's like that you could wipe off. Then I tried my Posca paint pens versus just painting it with acrylics. This was really about experimenting so that I don't mess up the big piece. So the jury's still out of which I'm going to use, and I will video the big piece as well. But it really didn't come out that bad, honestly. Tried to steady my hand as much as possible. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Happy painting. Bye.